Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we... Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Houston Texans. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's Greg Little, second-round pick from Ole Miss. He's the guilty party. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Aaron Jones, 88 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They're going to go play action now with Stick. And going deep for Hill. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now Mostert. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
70, Indy. Hey, lock it. Kill. Hey, turn it up. SOS. 49, check 49. You draw Corker. Check. Rock it. Get ready.
Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Let's go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Hatch,
2nd and 9. Haskins, he's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 2nd and 7, Stick. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Set, ready? 60 out more. Watch 54. Watch 54. They gonna need some set. Go.
Here's Mostert. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Levante David in on the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line.
Come on, set. 10 logo.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Under 10. 10. Go now. 60 or. You're out.
This is Mostert. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Off play action, it's Stick. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football. That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Hill on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. A About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Mostert. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Hey, watch that.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, Alpha.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got an open man, it's Foster. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Good job. Good job, Raul. Break. Check. 59. Leo. Check that. Ready?
Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Luke Kuechly, the all-pro linebacker, in on the stop. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Ready? Take you, Gator. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go. Defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Go. Mike 5-4.
First and 10, Stick. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Shit! Watch the shit! Check nickel.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey, echo.
On second down, it's Stick. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jair Alexander. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Here's Stick looking to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
Man, I got you. Watch the eye.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now Haskins. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Marcus May with a pick. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll throw on 2nd down as Stick. Going up top. He's got a man. Complete. It's a gain of 34.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And boy, they hit that one.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Stick on 1st and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. 54. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Go, go. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5. Shoot.
Now Stick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of pop.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. There he goes, right side. And this will be a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way. So
they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Slam, slam, slam. Check 13. Check 13.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Better bring it. You better bring it. Hey. Right now, you better bring it. Yes. Check 59. Guys, stand out.
A shotgun throw for Stick. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Ready.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Stick. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That one on Kyle Long, of course, the son of Hall of Famer Howie Long.
On the ready. You're out. He's coming. Check in. He's time to run. He's time to run. Check 3. Go.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. The penalty set him back. Now a big play moves him forward. It's 2nd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He's coming. Check in.
On play action, Haskins. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Check. Switch.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. First target, first catch at a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
64, weak. Switch it. Come here, switch it.
And they give this time to the tailback. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
152 fighter.
2nd and goal at the 11-yard line.
On 2nd and goal. Stick. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Troy Apke, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now it's Haskins. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Texans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. Now it's Haskins. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
At the 47-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Switch up. Right there.
First throw now for the backup, Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot.
And it's caught at the 10. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way, just reached up and pulled it in, had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Hey, exit. 59, Mike to 59. I'm going to shoot.
Stick from the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Vance McDonald. His third touchdown now on the year, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Prater for the extra point, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. He completes this to Sutton. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Texans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Third down. Here's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. And sensing the momentum, maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds. At the 9-yard line. Nice punt. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rodgers slings this deep for McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Bravo. Jump out. Over.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Hey, dude.
And the blitz does come. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 40 yards. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Keep it up. Hey, 626.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Mike, check, 59. Coming in. 26. Check 59, Mike.
He'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Hey, 88. Mike's 59. 6-man. Check curls, check 30.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Jordan Lucas there on the stop. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Haskins to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Here we go with Haskins. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Now Haskins to throw it. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. He's looking for Ridley again, and it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Check three.
Haskins going to try to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Houston, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.